Hey everyone, C2X Senpai here, coming at you with some really good news, at least to me, and I'm pretty sure other anime mobile game players. We have Crunchyroll, Sumitomo Corporation, and Glee announced on Friday that they have signed an agreements for localization and distribution of games, based on anime for North America and other overseas market. This is really good, exciting news because if you have played any games from more than likely the JP, Google Play Store and as well as the iOS App Store. We are begin at least starting next year. We will get to see some of those mobile games that are only JP exclusive, or mm, I don't know, maybe Chinese as well, or China exclusive. Because I know, if I'm not mistaken, Gree has some games that they have exclusively only for China and that they don't really localize it, bleh, localize it to other regions because maybe they just don't really feel the need to, or they don't really have maybe money issues as well. I mean, I don't know how it works, but this is some really good news. The first project they are working on is this one. It's you haven't seen the anime. It's called "Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?" It's a really good anime. I know the star. If you've seen SAO, the main voice actor for Kirito is in this one as well. He plays the main character in this anime, whose name is Bell. It's a pretty good anime. I liked it. It wasn't bad and it wasn't that good, but I did like the story for it, and I did like some of the characters as well. They did have like I believe a side story anime. It ties into the first season of the anime, and it kind of if you've seen it, the side story basically coincides with the main anime as from the Familia. Who's her name? I forgot. It's basically Isis Familia and what the same time period that happened in the anime, but to show their side of the story that happened. This game is really fun. It's only exclusive to the JP for now, but it's supposed this they are releasing a global version for it in late or not late early 2018. So I'm really excited to play this. I've been playing it for maybe actually, you know what? I think there is a login bay. No, that's not it.
クリアしたクエストの報
Where
酬
is it?
が
Where
受
is
け
it?
取れ
Where
る
is
よ。
it? It's not there. I should have prepped for this, but apparently I am not that good at prepping. Anyways, I've been playing for almost 2 months, so you know what? I don't think I've hit the 60-day marker. Anyways, this is a gacha-based games, of course. The prices are pretty reasonable. In order for you to do a multi of 10 draws on this, you need at least 400 gems or diamonds, whatever it is at the top, which is the 121. You have your player name, which is at the top left, which is mine, of course, is always C2X Empire. Or if I can, at least get that. My rank is 70. I have 89 to 89 stamina. The stamina, how do you say? The stamina refresh is actually pretty good on this game compared to maybe some of the other ones. I mean, even though I have high stamina, it still refreshes in a pretty good amount of time. At the top right, you have your currency, which are your regular coins, you know. Let me show you some of the characters that I have. I don't know how to list them. Anyways, every character can go up to 6 stars. Let's just say that you have your original 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, and the highest you could get original character is a 4 star. Um, in the Discord, they usually call them that. I don't know what exactly it stands for, but I'm assuming it's the 4 star of which you can pull them. Every character can go to 6 star. Um, you could change up your teams. You know, I have eyes. I have Riveria. I can't even say her name. Mikoto. It's a pretty fun game. I like it from my standpoint. It keeps me entertained. You know, whenever I waste my stamina for or my soul tickets for Bleach and my stamina for, I'm not busy playing the Bleach Death Awakening, the English version. This is the other game I'll hop into for my second time. As you can see, you know, they have different kinds of characters. They have two different. There's two different versions of Bell so far that I know of. Since the start of the game, we just got finished with the Yukata banner, and now we're in the swimsuit banner. And I managed to pull, what is it? One? Is it just one? I thought I pulled two. Okay, so I pulled one swimsuit unless it's my sis. Anyways, you have a sis in this game as well, as which they have, how do you say it? They have specific stats that go onto your main character that you assist them to. So from our first slide, you can see my level 60 eyes. She has a six. She also has the level 60 maid Hestia, in which her main Hestia's main thing and her main costume is mostly attack, in which Eyes uses as well, and she's mostly physical. And each character here, let me show you her show tree at least first. So when you first get them, this is her level 40 skill tree. I can't go any lower because her nat is originally 4-star. So this is her 4-star tree. You have your red, which is your normal attack or your physical attacks. You have your blue, which is your magic attacks. You have your green, which I believe is your stamina. You have your yellow, which is defense. There we go. And then you have your purple. I don't know what purple is. I should have done my research before making this video. And the little black spot in the middle between the two yellows is your skill. Each character starts a nat 4-star character starts off with 2 skills. And unlocking it, you need your. These are, you could say, if you're comparing it to Bleach Brave Souls, these are your crystals, and they have different levels of crystals. You have your small one, you have your small ones, your middle, your mediums, and then you have your large. Every I think this is the smallest. No, these are your mediums. These when you get a nat 4-star, you have to use mediums. Whenever you go higher, they go up to a large. Anyways, in order for you to ascend them into a 5-star and 6-star, you have to max them out. Nat 4-stars are level 40. You have to max them out there. Nat 3-stars are 30, and Nat 1-star or 2-stars 20. Yeah, it's 20, and then I believe your Nat 1-star is 10. So whenever you max them out and you complete the skill tree, you hit the rainbow-looking one. And so for this one, I would need 3 of the large ones, 3 of the large black ones, and then you have your 5 of the medium ones to ascend. I believe that's right. Or is it the one at the... Holy crap. Yeah. So, I have... Wrong one. Is it? Yeah, so I need 3 3 of the large and 5 of the mediums in order to ascend her to a 5-star. And of course it cost me like, what, 50,000 coins? And you repeat the process, but you don't restart your levels, your skills don't reset. So she'll be level 40, and then she has to be level 50, and then she gets her another skill, which is on this one, or I think you believe with 3. And they have certain abilities as well, like she gains more skills. So let's say, for example, she starts off with like maybe a physical endurance plus 10%, and when you make your 5-star and you unlock that path, and then you get the this one, she can maybe do 10% physical damage, since that's her specialty. And as you can see, you have your limits, and then and this one doesn't have a skill, but she does. Whenever you do 6-star her, she does unlock another skill, and you see that whenever you unlock them as well. And so this path right here, as you can see, is basically shaded out, and the only reason why I can't do it is I had to have a dupe in order to unlock this is your basically your limit break skill tree. And in order to limit break them, you have to pull a dupe of that character, and then you get your first path, which is the plus 84, the plus 70, the plus 76, the plus 56, and the plus 75. But it doesn't go down. It's not. It goes down from the plus 84, which is at the top, going towards bottom. How is it? Is it? So if you look at a compass, it's southeast. So yeah, it'll go to the bottom right, and you have to get more dupes of that character to unlock all the limit breaks. But at first that's the way it was, but they started releasing. They released an event where you face that specific character or another character, you fight them, and then you get some points for that character. Like, let me show you for an example. Since I believe we have one going down. So the second one, bottom down, going down. You fight her and you get some of her limit break. You get some at the bottom left. You can see, it has her icon, and then it has 0. So you have to beat that character, and the bosses are pretty hard. Like, even for normal, like I'm even having trouble doing this. I have some. My characters are basically level 60, and you collect a certain amount, and you go over down yonder. You go right her. You click this one. So in order for me to at least get one of her limit break crystals for free, I have to at least have 400 of those drops in order to exchange for one limit break crystal. And you can max them out all the way to, I believe you could exchange them all the way. And then that would unlock one. So that would get me, since I have her, yada 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 yada. Well, I guess this was a way to show him. So I haven't really worked on her. She's not really that great of a unit from what I heard in the Discord. And so that would unlock her first limit break skill tree, and then I would have to get another 400 to unlock to get another one, another 400, so on and so on. The max level you could hit on this game for each character is level 80. When you do those, when you limit break them, you get like 4 level, and then I believe on the last one, yeah, so it's 4 times 5, that's 20, yeah. So you'll be able to make them level 80, and they become like really good units from what I've heard. I haven't really, as you can see, and you can tell what limit break they are because, yeah, as you can see from my Bavaria, she's level 68, she has +2. So I limit broke her twice already, and as you can see, you know, so in order for me to, and this is how you unlock those, you need 10 of the large ones, and you need one, I'm just gonna call them rainbow spheres. You need one of those rainbow spheres, and those rainbow spheres are pretty hard to come by, but recently I've been getting drops from them, and the way I've been known from getting drops from them is by completing certain events, completing some of the stories, and from doing the droplets. I'm just gonna call them droplets, you know, we'll just call them droplets. And so at some of the chances you have a chance of them dropping, which is, and some of the times I've been getting them like really good, which I find like really okay, I don't know what that noise was, but it pretty freaks me out. So some of the there's certain days, or they'll have a certain event where they could drop more, and you basically want to farm them. And if you're coming from Bleach Brave Souls, instead of them having one a day, they have two a day. But let's say, you know, for example, since Bavaria is more magic type, and I want to max her out her magic at least, you can honestly tap on it and you can use some of those potions in which you get them like really easily. You know, it can be login bonuses from doing stories, even exchanging them. I'll show you how you could exchange them as well. So I spend one of them, so I'll go from 43 to 42 and I'll unlock it. And that 60 at the top means you have it unlocks for 60 minutes. So, and then you can keep doing it over and over and over, and you can waste them. So for that whole hour, you could farm them. You can farm. You know, within that 60-minute period, you have unlimited farmings. And you could get more. I'll show you the stamina. So right here, you have your basic, how do you say, your basic daily tasks. You know, I'm guessing that's login time, and so it'll give me like 50 stamina right off the bat. And of course, you have another 50 for logging in that time. 10,000, I believe that's for at least unlocking a skill tree at least once. And the little bread that you see, that's basically some of your stamina, and each one differs from 50 to 100. And of course, completing all tasks, you get 10 gems. And if you're thinking, you know, oh, 10 gems is pretty good, that's 5 more from what we get from Bleach. Well, I have bad news. Wrong one. In order for you to do a full multi, you have to spend 400 of these gems, and the rates are pretty low compared. I think this one shows it. And right now we're having the swimsuit gacha, it's still going on. So you have a chance, on this banner, you have a chance to get Hestia, I don't know which one you are, and Lily as a 4-star swimsuit. And Lily in this one is, I think you could actually use her. And blah blah blah. So, in this little text right here, with the 4, 7, and 10, and on those specific multis, you're actually guaranteed a 4-star, and the 4 stars are limited on this one to Lily, maybe Tiona or Tion, and right here, as you can see, it's showing their stats, their skills that you can unlock as well. And Hestia is an assist type, as you can tell from the blue lettering. And of course, you have her stats and you have the skills that she gets, which 10%, 50%, 20%, but they don't stack for her. It basically increases. And these are the rates. I'm guessing the top one is actually that's a multi, isn't it? Yeah, it's a multi. So yeah, as you can see, comparing this from Bleach Brave Souls, this is a pretty. The stats are like maybe 1% lower, but still, like, it's pretty low. and that's I'm guessing that's your chance of pulling like maybe multiple 4 stars when you do that guaranteed one. So if you're wondering, um, the bottom left one, which is the one for one, what you see, 2 ones and it costs 10. On those, that is basically you spending money to get those 10. See, since I have 121, but it's still saying I only, well, if I, it's saying a negative 10. That's because I haven't spent any money to. Those aren't my purchase gems. They have a purchase gem, and then you have the regular gems. And right here, these are the rates for it. I can't buy any since this is the iOS App Store, which just blows. I kind of, but I guess switching to Google Play Store and having to do it. So these are the rates. Excuse me. At which you could buy 1,400 gems for 80 bucks. That's what is that? That's 3 multis with 200 left over, which isn't bad compared to Beach Bracelets where you get like 2 multis with 85 orbs left over. So, but like I said, you kind of have to consider the drop rates for these characters. So you have this banner, and then you have this banner. So if I could get 400 more gems, or that's not even 400, that's 279. If I could get 279 more gems, I get to be able to pull on this one, and I get a guaranteed 4-star. This is like their version of the step up. So on the first one, you get a guaranteed. On the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th, you get a guaranteed 4-star, which is pretty good, I think this is the first time it's ever happened on this game so far since release. And then on this one, it's all of them combined, but I have to spend money in order to get that. And so for that, it's $19.99 plus $7.99, which is like almost 30 bucks, which isn't bad for a guaranteed 4-star. And there's a good chance that you'll pull a multi as well. So, and this one expires on, what is that, September 1st at 11 o'clock their time. I don't know if it's AM or PM, but this is I believe it's 3rd. I don't know if they had it as the first time when it first came out, I believe. But the other time it happened was on the Yucata banner. I spent $30. I was able to get a free multi in, and I was guaranteed a 4-star unit, I believe. Yes, I was guaranteed a 4-star unit. And and another thing, when the Yucata banner came out, they had the paid one, and then they had the free one, or no, not free one. Yeah, so they had, yeah, I guess in a sense, the free to play one, which is you spend 400 of your gems, and you were guaranteed a 4-star, which is really good. And they had the paid one where you can spend where you spend $30 and you get another free one, which is how I got my Bell Yucata, and I got a Mikoto Yucata, which is pretty good. And I at least wanted the Mikoto, but I was like, screw it, I'll do pay one since I get another guaranteed one. And I got Bell. I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'll take them. Yeah, I paid $30 and I got a 4-star. It was random, it wasn't guaranteed. So on this one, I spent $30. I get one of them, or I could get multis. And some of the people on Discord, I believe one of them did a multi, and they got 3 different units. I was tempted, but I mean, that's just RNG for you. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So going back, you have, like I said, you have your skill trees. You have your main characters, and then as you can see on the bottom right, like there's the 4th guy who's level 6. He's an assist type, and since I didn't max him out, since he's mostly magic attack increase, I put him on Riveria so that way she gets that magic attack increase since most of her stuff is magic, and she is a healer. And I did manage to pull a dupe Yucata. Oh wait, no, she was an event one. So let me talk about that event one later. Here is your XPs. Since she's already maxed and she's limit broken, you have your small XP bulk list, which is the green one. You have your medium XP bulk list, and then you have your large, which is the golden one. And these can be farmed as well as easily every day. You get a free one, so that's every day you could farm for a full hour of XP, which is really good for every day. And then you have your coins ones, which as you could farm every day, I believe. I'm not too sure, don't take my word for it. Farm a full hour for coins instead of waiting, Saturday and Sunday as for Bleach, or well, it's not Saturday and Sunday, it's Friday and Saturday. So in my opinion, it's really good. And this is just your normal stuff. You don't really need to do that anymore. I don't know what use for it is. I don't want to lead anyone into the bad opinion. So like I said, 2 a day for droplet farms, you know, and of course, um, on Saturdays, I believe all of them are open, so you can farm them as much as you want. You know, just go all out, grind, 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 and then of course, every now and then you have a character that you could limit break. You could do it, for instance, for the free limit break orbs in case you get them later on. And if I beat this one, I get one of those sphere things. I think on the when you do it on hard, you get two, and on the third one, when you beat it on very hard, you get these weapon drops, which is anime related. If you've seen the anime, sometimes you may recognize them. I don't think there is a use for them as of yet, so I can't say. So, crap, okay, they already went away. I forgot about that. So this is our current event right now. As you can see, I still got to do some. I'm on hard. I could easily do it. I'll probably show you game. Well, maybe I could auto it. So as you can see from the bottom left, you have your swimsuit band or your swimsuit or your what are those shells? What kind of shells? She shells. And you know, I know as you notice, I have 231 is small. I have 0 the mediums, and I have 54 the big. What if you're wondering what they're for? I'll show you. And when those events come out where you can get where you can get those characters, those free 3 stars, you get a lot of gems, which I find really useful. So these are what you could exchange it for, which is a free 3-star unit. And of course, you can make them all 6 stars again, like I said. So in order to get that one specific character for me to use already, I need at least 250 of the small. And in order for me to get her limit break crystals, I need 400, and I need 400 of the small ones, another 400, so that's 650 smalls. I need 350 mediums, and then I need 300 big ones. Now, as you can see from the numbers, from the getting the character and the small ones, there's a number at 0, and then on the medium there's 1, and then on the large there's 2. That's how many times That's how many times I'm able to purchase that one left. So that way I can limit break her all the way to 80, and she becomes level 80, so I could get her to max limit break, which isn't bad. And if you want, you could keep farming the event over and over. As you can see, if I wanted to spend 4 of the big she cells, I get at least 1 large XP book, and so on and so on. So I mean, you can farm it, and then you stock up on your coins, you know, your stuff like that, and your droplets, and I think that's it. Yeah. So I mean, events like these are really good. You know, it's not like Bleach where you can farm crystals only for the character and stuff like that. You use your regular droplets to unlock the skill tree, which I find in my opinion, better than having to farm for that specific crystal because you're given a time limit, but you're given a month. You know, so it's kind of 50-50 on how I feel about them. You know, at least on this one, you could exchange all your crystals. You can farm that event as much as you want, you know, as much time as you want within that certain time that it's out. And I can't really say what this is for. Anyways, this is their CP. I don't know what CP. It's in my opinion, we'll call them interact. Well, you can't really call them interactions, and you get their level. These level increases as you do quests and as you go around town talking to them. The little dialogue. You get 25 each time you interact with one of them, and at that point, you could select them right here on this screen. I think that favorite is which is with the heart, and you click on the CP and it tells you, you know, which ones you have unlocked and which other ones. So her maximum would be 30, but you don't get them right away. You have to unlock their quest, which is the little scroll at the top right, which is what I clicked, and you have to battle them. And on the right side is what you get. You know, I get 2 of those rainbow spheres, which is good. On the 3-4, and they get progressively harder and harder. These story ones, you automatically get 5 for free whenever you listen to the story. You can skip the whole thing. And one thing I do like about this, and this one right here is audio logs. This increases with your level as well. More audio logs, which you know, you could interact with them. You know, they'll talk and they'll blush and stuff like that. Now this is one thing that I like. You could change their costumes if you get 3-star or 4-star characters that have this different costume. You know, so here for this is her normal uniform, and since I got her 4-star version, which had her in a different uniform, you're able to switch that uniform for her, which I find pretty good. But it's only useful on this screen. And they're walking, blech, and they're walking around town. And as you can see, Lily, she has her swimsuit. I was able to pull her 4-star, so I have that suit as costume as well. And then of course you have her normal one, but I like her swimsuit, not for purposes. Don't judge me, please. So I mean, I still have all this to do. These require stamina. On the I don't know the bottom. I don't know the left side of the number is, but I know on the right side is how much stamina. Oh, okay. Actually, I do know what the numbers on the left means. I did not figure that out until now. Making this video, that's pretty sad. So the left number means since it's level 44. That's the level of the enemies within that quest that you do. So I'll show you an example. So these are your parties. You have your first four, which is your main units. You can only have one specific character at a time. And if you don't know what that means I can't have two different versions of Eyes. I can't have two different versions of Mikoto's. I can't have two different versions of Lily on the same team like it is on Bleach. On Bleach you can have Dangai, you can have Second Anniversary, you can have Fullbring on the same team. You can't do this. You can't do that on this game, which I find, in my opinion, disappointing. Honestly, because I guess I gotten used to Bleach and I kind of want to mix match. Like for instance, this team, I would honestly want to switch out Lily, put them in the sub-member role, and switch her out for her Yukata Mikoto because she goes useful with Eyes and she has a physical debuff that she could apply to all enemies. So if you're wondering what the sub-members are, that's in case one of your main members dies, they switch in and they switch in for that character that died, and you can continue on with the quest for until they all die. And then you have Gareth here who will switch in case Lily dies, and then if Mikoto dies or Riveria dies or Ice dies, my the other one, I don't know what her name is, uh she'll switch in and replace that member. And then once all those, so you have 6 members, which is pretty good, but they all fight at the same time, and I'll show you gameplay of the fight here. Um, so yeah, this is really interactions. I already talked about that.
こんな
Yada
国
yada
言で
yada.
どうされたのです
The third one, of
ここで
course,
は
is
クエスト
your
に挑戦
these
で
are
きる
the
よ
first tab is your daily. The second one is um your lifetime. We'll call yeah, it's your lifetime play. So like Beach, you have your complete quest 70 times. Um, you have your complete co-op quest. You get rewards. One thing that I have noticed about this game, and which I really love, is that whenever you first start the game on your 7th day, you get a 4-star ticket, which is that rainbow ticket right above this, which is the second one, which has the number 60. So on that one, we go here.
いらっしゃい
No,
ませ
no, no, take that
来て
back.
くれたんですねいらっし
We
ゃい
go
ませ
here,
何かご用
and
用
at the
でしょう
ticket bottom on the right, I don't know what that one's for. I gotta look it up on Discord. On the 7th day, you get that rainbow ticket, and what that rainbow ticket is you can redeem it for one of these characters. I should have looked it up on the when I had the 30-day, but I spent it on the gacha. I don't know if it works like that, but if people say they didn't, they may have future purchases where you could get you could buy the rainbow ticket and then spend it on one of these. But at least on the 7th day, you get the rainbow ticket and you're able to choose a character of your liking to get for free, which I like. So back onto the
ここでは
the
クエ
rainbow
ストに
ticket,
挑
what I
戦
was
できるよ
explaining. On 30 days, I was able to get another rainbow ticket and I spent it on the gacha again, like I said. And what I noticed is that after that, when I redeemed it and actually, got it, I saw 60. So I was like, holy crap! In 30 more days, I get another rainbow ticket. So I don't in 4 more days I'll unlock another one. So I guess on that, if it turns to 90 for 90 days, 90 login days, um, I find that's really good, a really good thing to have. Every 30 days or every month you get a rainbow ticket and you could use the and it when you do the rainbow ticket draw, it draws from all the pools. But since swimsuit and Yukata banners are only exclusive, it won't pull for those. But every 30 days you get a free 4-star. You can't really complain about it. And every character you make 5-star and 6-star, you get 10 of those gems. And when you max them, I believe when you max them out too, you get gems. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. So I find that as a way to get more gems. But unlike Bleach, you get 50 when you max out a 5-star. You get 75 when you max out a 6-star. Gems, 10 gems is it's okay. But from when we get these, I don't even know why I'm going back. What? Oh yeah. So when you get these 3-star banners, those 3-star characters, you have all of these quests that you could just do, and that's a crap load of gems. And it's not just stuck to, like they are now with the frenzy for Bleach, for the frenzy 5 stars that you get. It's only normal and hard, normal, hard, and you get like 5 of them. So that's only like 10 quests that you could do. That's normal, normal. That's all of normal. And when you do the stories, you get 5 gems. So you have hard, and then you have very hard. That's a lot of gems, and this just recently started happening. So as a replacement, I'll take that. I'll let it slide. I still have this is your gift box inventory. You can select one at a time by tapping on it, so I get 20 free gems. This middle
ごめ
one
んな
is
さいね。
locked. I'm thinking that's the whole PvP. This one, of
い
course,
らっし
is
ゃいま
your
せ。
gachas.
来てくれたんです
You
ね。 い
have
らっ
your
しゃいませ。 何
this
か
is
ご入りよろしい。
where you could exchange stuff or buy stuff, and these are where you could purchase your gems. The second one, you could exchange your gems for one of these, but you don't really need to. You get like a lot a day. I'll show you these crystals, and I just finally found out what to use for. I gotta remember where I could get it. I think that number 10 is lifetime. I'm not too sure. I don't know if your refresh is a month. And of course, this is your banner. So as you can see in the previous banners, yeah, or your previous events, that Eyes one, that's when I was able to fight Eyes and get her limit break crystals. The Yucata banner one, the Lily one where you could get the Maid Hestia limit break, which you get for free. Oh, I forgot to say that. Whenever you start the game, you get a free 4-star Maid Hestia, which is pretty good. And then this is where your rainbow ticket. Like again, I'll have to check in 4 days. I don't know what these are exactly. I forgot. And then here you have your Coliseum, and these come out. These are starting to come out very regular, and you have all of these that you can do for more gems. The only thing difference is you have 7 rounds to get a full S rank rating, and you have nine rounds in order to beat it. In order to beat that, but you face 3 waves of enemies. Here, I'll show you. I'll go in. I honestly like. I'll have to swipe. Honestly, I like using this team. So here, I'll show you some gameplay as well. So, oh wait, no, it's only 1 wave. So you're gonna have 1 wave of enemies to do, and you can't auto these. So what I like to do for Eyes is her second skill gives her a buff. You have Riveria's third skill, but I don't think her third. You have her fourth skill, which attacks all enemies with magic attack. Ice's fourth one does the same thing. I don't know what her third one does because I never used it. This character, and what I like about it is when you tap on it, it tells you which character it is. And what I like about this Yukato character is she's mostly healers, but she's also a debuff clearer, which I like. And you have Yukato Mikoto, and her fourth skill, if one of the enemies is able to guard, which reduces the damage, you can use this one to decrease their guard rate. But I like using her third skill when she combines with Eyes and the other Yukato characters because it grants a physical debuff to the enemies to where they take 10%, I believe, or 15% more physical damage. So as you can see, my Yukato character is poison, but if I use her third one, and I use Riveria's fourth skill again, and I'll use Ice's fourth skill since Ice's fourth skill is attack all enemies with physical damage. And as you can see on the enemy's debuff, they have their it has a sword, which is a debuff. It has a sword with the what is that, pink? We call it pink. Let's say pink. It's a pink arrow going down, which means that they got debuffed. And Ice's skill, as you can see, her attack went up, and her guard rate went up. I believe that's it. I'm not too. I need to get better at this. I'm not too good with GP. I kind of forget this stuff, but I know they're good things. They're good enhancers. So, like I said, with this character's third skill, she will clear the poison debuff and go back to normal. And of course, the whole penetration. Some characters have a strong guard in which you could, if they're not able to, how do you say, go through it. Basically, they go through that guard and it penetrates them for more damage. And of course, you have your criticals. And that bar at the top right, I'll show you what it is. Each character has their own unique super attack, I guess you could say, but you can't. At least on this one, a bar fills up, and you're not just limited to one, in a sense, per quest. In a sense, it's kind of bad, but then also good. The first one is clearing the event, I believe. The second one is for no allies dying, and the third one is beating all enemies within 7 turns. And of course, you have your rank, you have the XP needed, the coins. I didn't get any. Why didn't I get any coins? What the hell? So you get three of them. You get three of the gems plus one gem. You only get four, but give or take. And the S rank is basically how it you get that from doing all the clearing all the objectives, and then for A rank, you missed one. For B rank, you missed two. For C rank, you get I think it's C rank. I never missed one. So I got 10 gems, and as you can see, the next level unlocks, in which it gets progressively harder and harder. You get 5 bonus gems when you complete it, and then when you complete the other one, you get 10 bonus gems. So that's the Monster Coliseum. Here you have your settings, you have your news, you have your inventory package. Here is... I'm not gonna use that. No! I think that's where you could automatically use them. Here is where you can see all the droplets that you have in total. I have 8 rainbow ones, which is pretty good. As you can see, I really do need a farm, but I haven't really played ever since I saw the announcement. These are the weapons and armor pieces that I have acquired so far. Again, they don't really have use for them so far. It may come later on. And so, as you can see, I pulled 4 dupes of the 2-star bell. As you can see as well from, actually, you know what, that's not a 3-star. I had 2 of him, so I can never break that 2-star assist. And so if you're wondering, you could use them to limit break them, but if you don't really use any, hit this button and you could sell them for those white crystals right there. So I get 8 of them for exchanging 4 of them. And of course, I don't want to. So of course, when you exchange them, you go back here, you go back to the yellow crystal, and you're able to exchange 100 for one of the one of the rainbow spheres, and so forth and so forth. So this is how much I progressed in the story so far. Each one of them has their own certain objectives to do, and that little star where it says clear basically means you got an S rank in all those chapters for that specific one. And then you have hard, and I did not know that they added very hard. Holy crap! I think it was just hard in the beginning, unless I just know. Ooh, that's a lot more gems. And then the second the second tab is your events, so to speak. So you don't have to, it's not like Bleach where you just click at the bottom left, and it kind of makes it harder to go through. Go back to the settings. What is this one? What is this one? I think this is a story. Yeah, your story playthrough on the ones that you did. Wait, what? Oh, okay, it's just the story of when you complete the certain um story parts. And we'll go here. And this was. Oh, can we pay him? Yes. The Yucata ones. This is my first time going here, sorry guys. What's the 4th one? So this is my player ID. They just added this where you can change your username, the rank, the ID. I don't know what the 56 is for, and I can edit my info tab. But I heard it was buggy. I don't know if they fixed it yet, so I'm not gonna do that. I hate where you have to. What is this? Questions? So I guess this is like if you have help, need help with the game. Oh, well, this is your contact. My user ID, game title, username. My username isn't John Smith. And this is your data transfer. That one underneath, the 3rd one down from the row, that's your data transfer. I don't believe there's no. So you go on with it, So if you're to switch from mobile device to mobile device, you have to make your own password, and you go through it through there. Yeah, I get. Yeah, so it tells you how. You enter into your own custom password, and it's grayed out because that's their own unique ID. And then it tells you how to do it on the main screen whenever you go to your other device, and how to enter the credentials so you could link your game up and start over, because you don't want to lose your game. And I'll explain that other part later. These are your game settings here. Wi-Fi banner, background music, sound effects, the voice of the characters, yada yada yada. I don't think the bottom left one, the far one, is your logout screen. So you could, I guess, go to another. You could log out and then data link another account that you have. What is this? I guess that's just more info that isn't needed. Blah blah blah. So there's DanMachi, memory freeze. The anime is basically called DanMachi. That's what we all call it in Discord. Um, so yeah, what was I gonna tell you? I was gonna tell you something. I know it was. Did it have to do with this? No, no, no. Oh yes, yes it did. So let's say for instance, or you know what, in my case, or no, yeah, we can use my case. Since I play on an iOS device, and I buy gem if I was able to buy gems, but I don't have a Japan credit card or stuff like that. Let's say I buy gems, those paid gems don't those paid gems will cross over to the other iOS device because it's under the same operating system. But if I was to go from iOS to Android, I would lose those paid gems. So it's kind of like if you ever paid Sword Art Online Memory Defrag, it's the same way. If you as long as you stay within the same operating system, you won't lose your gems that you get. But at least in this game, like let's say I bought 400, but I forgot to do the banner draw, and I
いら
went
っ
to
しゃ
my
いませ。
iOS device again,
来てくれ
I
たんですね。
lose those 400 pay gems and I can't get them back. But I still keep my 155 that I have originally, you know? It's not like Sword Art Online or what was the other game that where you did that? Oh yeah, it was Naruto Blazing. So whenever you switch operating systems, you lose those gems that you have accumulated. But at least on DanMachi Memory Freeze, you keep the ones that you got for free, which is 155. And I think you could check, is it?
いらっし
Let's
ゃいませ。
see. No, that's
何か
not the
ご入
one.
り用でしょうか。
Yes. So at the top of the bottom, you see where it has zero. Those are the paid gems, and the free to play ones, which I got from doing events and story, you know, and not buying them. That's 155. So let's say I did like a purchase of a dollar one, I get 10. I won't get those 10 back if I switch from iOS to Android. That's something to be very wary about, guys. I recommend that you try to spend them. Like in my case, you know, I spend what I need to spend before I switch back to my iPhone since that's what I play on. If I want to use Android, I have to use the emulator on my computer. So that's something to keep in mind whenever you're playing this game, you know. So again, this is coming out early 2018 of next year. I'm really excited to play the global version. I don't know if I keep playing the JP version or not. So I would, and you know, I'm really excited that this is happening because there's some other mobile anime games that I really like to play, but I can't really understand it. There's not really uh, some of the times they don't have a good enough Reddit section maybe, or they don't have a good Discord to say all the translations and stuff. So I'm really excited to that they add other and more games, and I hope there are more that we will get to play. Like another one that I really hope to play here is Bleach Lost Paradise. If you don't know what it is basically Bleach's version of Pokemon Go, except it looks like without the crappy battling system. You know, at least on Pokemon Go, you know, you just throw a Pokeball, try to catch the Pokeball. You can only battle when you're doing gyms. This Bleach Paradise Lost at least looks really interesting, and I can't wait to play it if it comes to the global or international. If it doesn't, I will try to play it on the computer. I will try to show gameplay on that. If you like more gameplay of these other games as other mobile games that you would like for me to play, I have some other JP ones. I don't Sad to say, I don't remember the names, so spare with me. If you would like other videos, you know, like I have my Beach Death Awakening video, the English version. If you want to see more gameplay of that, or this one, I will be more than glad to upload videos, guys. So thanks for sticking through to this um whole tutorial of DanMachi and what to expect when it comes out next year. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. It would help me a lot. And I'm trying to get back, like I said, I'm trying to get back. I'm still playing Bleach, don't get me wrong, but I'll upload a video maybe tomorrow explaining my situation and what happened. Yes, it was pretty sad, and it was my fault. I was just, I should have waited, I should have been patient, but I will explain more about the situation. So again, guys, like and subscribe, spread the word out, you know, try to get other people hyped for what is to come from anime mobile games. And I hope you all have a good day. Thank you guys, and thanks for watching. Peace.